Can it be my turn to punch Andy Dick until there's bones in his stool?
You know, being a modern feminist can be tough. Always looking for this reason why you're the victim of sexism.
Aaron Paul has a small
That's gotta be hard. Especially when the real reason that they hate you has nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman.
Did you know that if you skinned Larry King and ironed out his leather, you could make enough coats to give one to every poor child in America?
And is in fact everything to do with the fact that you lied to people's faces on the scale of pissing on them and telling them that it was raining. But Anita's not done with this pity party by a long way.
Yo, at Kevin_Nealon, you suck fat balls.
She's got this tweet up. What was that? Yes, please explain to me again how this has nothing to do with sexism?
Malcolm in the middle. More like mushy in the middle. Lose some weight, Heisenberg.
Well, that link is no surprise to her Tumblr account. And if you take a look, you'll see a bunch of screen caps of tweets of people who really don't like Anita. Almost 50 of them. Well, like I was saying, that kind of happens when you lie to people's faces.
Dr. Phil, why don't you shut the up, you bald-headed, big-mouth hillbilly?
That is, if people call you a bitch because you acted like a bitch, that's really not sexism, but a conclusion. You know, like calling someone who acts like a dick. That is, in order to show that these people were sexist, or even worse, misogynistic, you would have to show that they hate you because you're a woman. And it was nothing to do with you lying to people's faces, or some of the other dumb shit you've said.
We must remember that games don't just entertain. Intentional or not, they always express a set of values, and present us with concepts of normalcy.
Can I have some more?
And given these are doubtless 50 of the best or worst of the worst tweets you could find, many of them seem to fall squarely into the conclusion category. You know, that they're calling you a bitch because they think you acted like a bitch. And that ain't sexism.
Because if we wanted to be constantly misunderstood, we'd try and talk to a deaf person.
Hey, Taylor, I think you might actually be a bitch.
In real life.
Yeah.
Sure, calling a bitch may not be gracious or gallant.
You should have all been aborted.
Whoa.
Bitch! Hey.
But it is people honestly expressing their opinion. Look, let me explain. You see, there's this place where grown-ups go called the open marketplace of ideas.
Hank from Breaking Bad is just a fat Bruce Willis.
And people there are free to say pretty much whatever they want. And sometimes they're nice.
You guys are like Lennon and McCartney, only fatter and gayer.
I thought this was supposed to be mean tweets.
And sometimes they're nasty.
Your face is so stupid. I hate you, John Krasinski.
Sometimes they kiss your ass, and sometimes they kick it.
Chris O'Donnell has a potato face. He does. Hashtag potato face.
But the bottom line is you chose to enter the public marketplace of ideas, and when you did that, you became a public figure.
Celebrities in particular get a lot of abuse on the internet, especially on Twitter, because you have this direct connection, and some people are just inherently cruel. Some people write very harsh things.
Bitch! Hey.
Which means people get to say pretty much whatever they want about you. And yeah, if you brazenly lie to people's faces, it's hardly surprising that you're going to get some blowback on that. But as you'll notice, Anita, there really isn't any sexism here. You're just as much fair game as a man who has injected himself into the public arena and said a load of dumb shit.